Intuition. We've all heard about it, and many of us have experienced it at some point in our lives. That gut feeling, that sudden urge to take action, that whisper from within that tells you something's not quite right, or that you should trust a certain person. Intuition is more than just a fleeting thought or coincidence. It's a deeper connection to your soul, your higher self, and the universe. It's an innate guidance system that's trying to protect you, steer you toward your destiny, and ultimately save you from harm. But in today's fast-paced, noisy world, we often ignore or dismiss these inner nudges. We get caught up in external distractions, and sometimes we let fear or logic drown out the voice of our intuition. The truth is, your intuition is always there, guiding you, protecting you, and helping you make better decisions. The key is to learn how to tune into it and trust what it's telling you. In this post, let's dive deeper into the nature of intuition and explore how you can listen to it and use it to navigate through life's challenges. By doing so, you'll discover how to live more authentically, safely, and in alignment with your true purpose. 1. Recognizing the difference between intuition and fear. One of the biggest challenges when it comes to intuition is distinguishing it from fear. Fear often masquerades as a gut feeling, leading us to believe we are being guided by our intuition when, in fact, we are simply responding to anxiety or past traumas. The key difference between the two is that fear is rooted in the past and future, while intuition is grounded in the present moment. Fear often arises from negative past experiences or worries about things that could happen in the future. It's reactive and focuses on survival, sometimes leading you to make decisions based on limiting beliefs or overthinking. Intuition, on the other hand, comes from a place of inner wisdom, a deep sense of knowing that transcends the logic of the mind. It is calm, centered, and direct. When you're connected to your intuition, it feels expansive, empowering, and aligned with your highest good. So, how do you differentiate between the two? The more you practice mindfulness and self-awareness, the easier it becomes to identify the difference. Intuition tends to come in the form of subtle, peaceful feelings, while fear feels more urgent, anxious, and often irrational. 2. Pay attention to your body. Your body is constantly communicating with you, and when it comes to intuition, your physical sensations are an important source of information. Intuitive messages often manifest as physical sensations: a tightness in your chest, a flutter in your stomach, or a sudden wave of calmness or excitement. These sensations are your body's way of signaling that something is important, and it's time for you to listen. Gut feelings are a common intuitive signal. You may have felt the familiar butterflies in the stomach when something is right, or the uneasiness when something feels off. Pay attention to these physical cues because they're often your intuition trying to get your attention. Energy shifts are another sign of intuition at work. You might suddenly feel a sense of peace or discomfort in a particular situation or around certain people. If you walk into a room and feel light and positive, or if your energy dips and you feel drained, this is your intuition guiding you. Practice tuning into these physical signals. Take a moment to pause and ask yourself how your body feels in certain situations. Does your chest feel open, or are you tense? Is there an underlying sense of calmness, or is there discomfort? Learning to read these signals will help you distinguish between intuitive guidance and mental chatter. 3. Listen to your inner voice. Intuition often speaks to us in a quiet, soft voice. It's not loud or forceful. It's more like a gentle whisper in the back of your mind. When you're trying to hear your intuition, quieting the noise of the external world is crucial. In today's world, we are constantly bombarded with distractions, making it hard to hear our inner voice. To strengthen your ability to hear your intuition, you need to create space for silence. Meditation, deep breathing, or simply taking a quiet walk in nature can help you connect to that subtle inner voice. In moments of stillness, pay attention to the thoughts or feelings that arise spontaneously. These are often intuitive nudges guiding you toward your best path. Start by observing your thoughts. Is there a recurring thought that keeps surfacing? Or is there an idea that feels right even though it doesn't make logical sense? That could be your intuition trying to communicate with you. Trust it. 4. Trusting your first instincts. One of the most important things to remember about intuition is that it works best when you trust it right away. Intuition often comes as an immediate, instinctual thought or feeling, the first impulse or gut reaction. But because we live in a world that values logic and reasoning, we tend to second-guess ourselves, doubt our initial reactions, and talk ourselves out of following our intuition. The more you trust your first instincts, the stronger your intuitive abilities will become. When you act on your intuition right away, it creates a positive feedback loop. You gain confidence in your ability to listen to your inner guidance, and your intuitive senses become sharper. It's important to let go of the need for certainty. Sometimes, intuition doesn't make logical sense in the moment. But when you trust it, you'll find that it often leads you to the right place at the right time. 5. Stay open to new experiences. Your intuition is also trying to guide you to new experiences, new people, and new opportunities. Often, when we feel stuck or stagnant, it's because we are resisting change or avoiding the unknown. But when we embrace newness and take risks, we open ourselves to the full flow of intuitive guidance. Start by being open to opportunities that arise, even if they seem a little unconventional or scary. Trust that your intuition will never lead you down the wrong path. It may push you out of your comfort zone, but it does so with your highest good in mind. Take small steps outside of your usual routine. Try something new, meet new people, and explore new ideas. When you follow the intuitive pulls to do so, you will find that these experiences often bring profound insights, growth, and blessings into your life. 6. Recognizing the signs and synchronicities. Intuition often communicates through signs and synchronicities, meaningful coincidences that show up in your life to confirm that you're on the right path. These may come in the form of repeated numbers, like 1111 or 555, symbols, dreams, or people showing up at exactly the right time. Pay close attention to the patterns and messages that repeat in your life. These are often signs from the universe or your higher self, guiding you toward the next steps. Trust these moments of synchronicity, as they are divine confirmations that you are in alignment with your true purpose. The more you acknowledge these signs, the more frequently they will appear. Your intuition is working with the universe to point you in the right direction, but it's up to you to notice and respond to the clues. 7. Don't overthink it. Just feel it. Finally, one of the most important aspects of listening to your intuition is learning to let go of overthinking. The mind can be a powerful tool, but it can also get in the way of intuition. Overthinking leads to doubt and confusion, making it harder to trust the quiet nudges you're receiving. When you feel an intuitive pull or thought, don't analyze it too much. Instead, feel it in your body and allow yourself to go with it. Overthinking can cloud your inner guidance and prevent you from taking action. So, trust that feeling and move forward with it, even if it doesn't make logical sense at first. 8. The role of meditation in strengthening your intuition. Meditation is one of the most powerful tools for enhancing your intuitive abilities. It helps you quiet the noise of your mind and connect to your inner self, allowing you to tune into your intuition more easily. When you meditate, you create a space of stillness where your intuitive guidance can be heard more clearly. Meditation allows you to silence the constant chatter of your thoughts and emotions, making room for the subtle whispers of your intuition. As you sit in stillness, you may notice that thoughts, feelings, or even visions arise that feel significant. These are often intuitive insights. To use meditation to strengthen your intuition, start by practicing mindfulness meditation. Sit in a quiet place, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. As you settle into the moment, observe your thoughts without judgment. Gradually, you may start to notice that your inner guidance begins to speak more clearly. Trust these messages as they come, even if they feel unusual or surprising. Additionally, try using visualization exercises in meditation. Visualize yourself surrounded by light or a divine presence and ask for guidance. Imagine your intuitive senses being amplified and ask your higher self to provide clear answers to any questions you have. The more you practice, the more attuned you'll become to your intuition. 8. The role of meditation in strengthening your intuition. Meditation is one of the most powerful tools for enhancing your intuitive abilities. It helps you quiet the noise of your mind and connect to your inner self, allowing you to tune into your intuition more easily. When you meditate, you create a space of stillness where your intuitive guidance can be heard more clearly. Meditation allows you to silence the constant chatter of your thoughts and emotions, making room for the subtle whispers of your intuition. As you sit in stillness, you may notice that thoughts, feelings, or even visions arise that feel significant. These are often intuitive insights. To use meditation to strengthen your intuition, start by practicing mindfulness meditation. Sit in a quiet place, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. As you settle into the moment, observe your thoughts without judgment. Gradually, you may start to notice that your inner guidance begins to speak more clearly. Trust these messages as they come, even if they feel unusual or surprising. Additionally, try using visualization exercises in meditation. Visualize yourself surrounded by light or a divine presence and ask for guidance. Imagine your intuitive senses being amplified and ask your higher self to provide clear answers to any questions you have. The more you practice, the more attuned you'll become to your intuition. 9. Understanding the language of intuition. Intuition speaks to us in many different ways, and it's important to understand the language of your own intuition. The way intuition communicates can vary from person to person. For some, it may be feelings or physical sensations, while for others, it may be thoughts, images, or even dreams. Images and symbols. Sometimes your intuition speaks through symbols or images that arise in your mind's eye. These images may seem random at first, but they often carry a deeper meaning. For example, you might visualize a tree when considering a decision, and later learn that the tree represents growth, stability, or wisdom in a particular tradition. Pay attention to these symbols and try to decode what they mean in the context of your life. Thoughts or words. Some people receive intuitive guidance in the form of thoughts or words that come into their mind unexpectedly. This might feel like a sudden idea that pops into your head out of nowhere, or a sentence that just feels true. Trust that these thoughts are more than random. They are messages from your intuition. Dreams. Intuition can also communicate through dreams. If you consistently dream of a particular person, place, or situation, this may be a sign that your intuition is trying to tell you something. Keep a dream journal and look for patterns that could provide insight into your waking life. Learning to understand the language of your intuition takes time, but as you pay attention to the different ways your intuition shows up, you will become more proficient at interpreting its messages. 10. Intuition and synchronicity, the dance of the universe. Another way that your intuition communicates with you is through synchronicity. Those meaningful coincidences that seem to happen at just the right moment. These are not random occurrences, but are often signs from the universe that you are on the right path, or that something important is about to unfold. Synchronicities can take many forms. Meeting someone you needed to connect with, finding a book or article that answers a question you've been asking, or running into an old friend at the exact moment you needed advice. These moments can feel magical, as though the universe is working in your favor. When you begin to notice synchronicities, take a moment to pause and reflect on the deeper meaning behind them. Your intuition is guiding you through these coincidences, reminding you that everything is connected, and you are exactly where you need to be. The more you pay attention to synchronicity, the more you will experience it. It's a way for the universe to confirm that your intuition is leading you toward your true purpose, and by following these signs, you align more closely with the flow of life. 11th, surrendering to intuition. Let go of control. A crucial aspect of connecting with your intuition is learning to surrender control. In a world where we are constantly striving to manage every aspect of our lives, it can be challenging to trust in something as intangible as intuition. But surrender is key to allowing your intuitive guidance to lead you. When you surrender to your intuition, you let go of the need to control every outcome. You trust that, even if the path ahead is unclear or uncertain, you are being led to exactly where you need to be. Surrender doesn't mean being passive. It means being open and receptive to the guidance that comes your way, and taking action when the time is right. The act of surrender also helps to release any resistance or fear you may be holding on to. Often, fear and doubt are the biggest blocks to hearing your intuition clearly. When you release your need to control everything, you create space for your intuition to guide you in a more fluid and natural way. 12. The power of journaling to unlock your intuition. Journaling is another excellent tool to help you connect with your intuition. By writing down your thoughts, feelings, and experiences, you create a space where your inner wisdom can flow freely. Journaling allows you to process your emotions and reflect on the messages that arise from your subconscious. When you sit down to journal, don't worry about grammar or structure. Let the words flow from you without judgment. Ask yourself questions, and then allow your intuition to provide the answers through your writing. You might be surprised by the wisdom that emerges. One exercise you can try is automatic writing, where you let your hand write without consciously thinking about it. Set an intention before you begin, for example, asking for guidance on a particular issue, and then allow your hand to move freely across the page. The results may be astonishing. By regularly journaling, you create a deeper connection with your intuition and begin to recognize the subtle messages it sends. Over time, your journal becomes a valuable tool for self-discovery and spiritual growth. 13. Intuition and trusting the unseen. Sometimes intuition guides us to take action in situations where we don't have all the answers. It leads us to make decisions even when we cannot see the full picture. This can be both exciting and terrifying. The key here is to trust that even when things seem uncertain, your intuition is guiding you toward the right path. Trusting the unseen requires faith. It means stepping out of your comfort zone and having confidence in the process, even if the end result is unclear. You may not know how everything will unfold, but if your intuition is leading you, trust that it is guiding you toward what's best for you. Faith in your intuition is often tested when faced with challenging or unfamiliar situations. It's during these times that you need to surrender your need for control and trust that your inner guidance will never lead you astray. 14. Intuition is your birthright. Embrace it. Finally, remember that your intuition is your birthright. It's a natural part of who you are, and it's always available to you. You were born with the ability to connect to this inner wisdom, but society often teaches us to rely on logic and external validation instead. Reclaim your intuition as your own powerful tool and embrace it fully. The more you honor and cultivate your intuitive abilities, the more they will flourish. Trust that you are capable of tapping into this divine wisdom at any moment, and that your intuition will always guide you toward your highest good. Conclusion: trust, act, and align with your intuition. Your intuition is not just a random phenomenon. It's a powerful and essential part of who you are. By learning to listen to it, trust it, and take action on its guidance, you can navigate life with confidence, clarity, and purpose. Remember, intuition is always available to you, but you must be willing to quiet the noise, trust the unknown, and take action when it calls. As you do, you will find that your intuition becomes clearer, stronger, and more aligned with your true path. Let your intuition guide you. It's not only trying to save you, it's trying to lead you to the life you were meant to live. Listen closely, trust deeply, and follow where it leads. The journey will be nothing short of miraculous,